On July 16, 1212, the Battle of Las Navas de Tolosa marked a pivotal moment in the Reconquista, called by Pope Innocent III to reclaim land from Muslim rulers in Spain. A call to arms by Pope Innocent III united the Christian kingdoms, gathering knights from across Europe to form a coalition against the Almohad forces. Alfonso VIII of Castile, a determined leader in his 30s, rallies his troops, dressed in shining silver armor that represents his kingdom's pride. Sancho VII of Navarre, known for his strength, greets his men with an inspiring speech, his heavy armor glinting in the sunlight. Peter II of Aragon, with a fiery ambition, adjusts his intricately designed armor and joins the others in fortifying their defenses. Alfonso II of Portugal, wise and experienced, advises the younger kings, his presence radiating authority as he surveys the battlefield preparations. The Almohad forces arrive, led by their fierce leader, preparing for the epic confrontation that would decide the fate of the region. As dawn breaks, both sides prepare for battle, warriors sharpening weapons and adjusting their armor under the watchful eyes of their leaders. The intricate alliances among the Christian kings provide a united front, showcasing the significance of camaraderie in their fight against a common enemy. The Almohad forces, equally resolute, devise their strategy, fueled by the strength of their numbers and the fervor of their faith. Each king's banner ripples majestically in the breeze, symbolizing the weight of their kingdom's hopes resting upon the upcoming conflict. Allies and enemies alike gather their might as both sides prepare to unleash their full potential in this monumental clash. As the battle begins, warriors charge forward, their battle cries echoing across the valley, signifying the start of the epic conflict. The clash of swords and shields resonates across the battlefield as the two sides engage in fierce combat, each striving for dominance. Alfonso VIII and Sancho VII lead the charge, pushing back the Almohad front lines as valor and strategy intertwine in the chaos. Peter II of Aragon finds an opportunity to break through enemy lines, showcasing his tactical prowess amidst the fervent clash. The pressure mounts as both sides face heavy losses, yet the determination to outlast one another drives the warriors further into the fray. Alfonso II of Portugal strategizes from afar, coordinating troop movements to shift the tide of the battle in favor of the Christian coalition. Amidst the tumult, the Almohad leader rallies his troops, calling for renewed vigor as the battle teeters on a knife edge. The relentless nature of the conflict showcases the bravery of both soldiers and the heavy toll that the fight takes on each side. In a pivotal moment, the Christian coalition begins to overwhelm the Almohad defenses, ushering in a new turning point in the battle. As the battle wears on, leaders on both sides reflect on the significance of this confrontation for the future of their realms. With the day progressing, tales of valor emerge from individual combatants, creating legends that will be told for ages to come. As night falls, both sides gather their wounded and prepare for another day, understanding the importance of persistence. The outcome of the battle, still uncertain, holds the fate of the Iberian Peninsula in balance as it progresses into the next day. As the sun sets on the first day, the determination of the Christian kings solidifies their resolve to claim victory over the Almohads. Peaceful moments are fleeting as warriors share stories to boost morale in the quiet after the storm, fostering deeper bonds among them. The night grows still, but the anticipation for the outcome of the battle thrums in the air, a palpable tension shared by all combatants. As the sun rises higher, the battle resumes with renewed vigor. The distinctive sounds of clanging swords and fierce battle cries fill the air as the knights push against the Almohad lines, displaying unmatched courage. The Almohad leader, realizing his forces are struggling, calls for a strategic regrouping, His fierce determination ignites a counter-offensive as he rallies his troops with promises of glory and preservation of their homeland. Back in the Christian camp, Alfonso II discusses with his fellow kings the need for a unified plan to exploit their advantages. Their shared vision for a liberated Iberia strengthens their resolve to fight fiercely. As the battle intensifies, Sancho VII leads an impressive charge against the Almohad flank, shouting rallying cries that inspire his fellow knights to fight with all their strength, pushing the enemy back temporarily. Peter II maneuvers his forces to the left, catching the Almohads by surprise. His clever tactics allow for a critical breakthrough, shifting the balance of the battle as they gain substantial ground. Realizing the danger of being outflanked, the Almohad commander orders an urgent retreat to their strong defensive lines, but the Christian forces are relentless and pursue with unyielding bravery. Amidst the chaos, Alfonso VIII emerges as a beacon of hope, rallying the troops with a heartfelt speech that urges them to fight for their faith, their lands, and their families, reigniting their morale. As night falls, the battlefield becomes a place of reflection. Wounded warriors are tended to, stories of heroism and sacrifice emerging among the campfires, forging bonds among the collective fighters. As dawn breaks again, the Christian kings convene to assess their next move, the stakes higher than ever. Each leader brings their own experiences, deepening their commitment to this cause. Determined to carry forward the momentum from the previous day's successes, Alfonso VIII calls upon the knights to honor the fallen by fighting for their legacy in the battle that looms ahead. A renewed battle plans see Sancho VII and Peter II coordinating their charges, emphasizing their strategic unity, realizing that collaboration proves essential in overcoming the formidable Almohad forces. The battle intensifies once more as the Christian coalition makes its advance with renewed strategies. The clattering hooves of cavalry resounding across the plains of Tolosa, marking their determined fight. As the fight rages on, Alfonso II strategically positions his cavalry to exploit gaps in the Almohad lines, marking a turning point as they begin to yield under the pressure. Facing pressure from all sides, the Almohad forces muster their final reserves for a desperate push, attempting to reclaim their lost positions with sheer determination and raw strength. Amidst the unyielding fight, Sancho VII shows extraordinary courage, leading a pivotal charge that disrupts the Almohad ranks, showcasing the warrior spirit ignited in the hearts of the Christian knights. Gradually, the Almohad forces begin to falter, their cohesion breaking down as disarray spreads through their ranks, prompting some to retreat amidst fears of overwhelming loss. In a decisive moment, Alfonso VIII leads a group of knights toward the enemy's command post, aiming to confront the Almohad leader directly, emblematic of the courage that defines their pact to reclaim Spain. As fate would have it, the moment of confrontation arrives. The Almohad leader meets Alfonso VIII in battle, each aware that their clash signifies more than just personal glory, but the future of their peoples. As the dust begins to settle, the church bells in the distance toll, signaling a new era as victory inches closer for the Christian coalition. The tide of battle turns to their favor, shaking the Almohad's resolve. A battle draws to a climax as the chants of victory rise amidst the Christian forces, emboldening their spirits to push harder against the faltering Almohad defenses. With a final push, the combined forces of the Christian kings overwhelm the Almohad forces, leading to a decisive breakthrough that leaves lasting marks on history and the future of Spain. The sun rises over the battlefield, illuminating the determination in the eyes of the Christian kings as they prepare for a decisive day. Each ruler gathers his knights, renewing their vows of loyalty and courage, setting the tone for the monumental battle ahead. With a collective battle cry, the Christian coalition surges forward, determined to claim victory. knights charge bravely, lances lowered, as their forces collide with the Almohad troops, sending a shockwave through the ranks. Amidst the clash, Peter II of Aragon leads a strategic diversion, outmaneuvering the Almohad flanks. His youth and charisma invigorate his soldiers, turning the tide in crucial moments. As the battle rages on, Alfonso II of Portugal observes the shifting lines, offering strategic advice. His experience becomes invaluable as he encourages a coordinated effort among the kings. The Almohad leader, gathering the remaining strength of his warriors, attempts a fierce counteroffensive, shouting orders and urging his troops to fight for their homeland. Despite fervent attacks, the Almohads begin to falter under the relentless pressure of the Christian coalition. Disorganization spreads within their ranks as the day progresses. Caught in midst of battle, Sancho VII displays exceptional courage, spearheading a charge that gains significant ground against the Almohad troops, boosting the morale of his fellow knights. As midday approaches, a pivotal moment occurs when Alfonso VIII confronts the Almohad leader in a fierce duel, each warrior embodying the hopes of their respective factions. As the duel reaches its climax, Alfonso bests the Almohad leader, a moment symbolizing the turning tide of the battle and infusing the Christian coalition with renewed vigor. Seizing the moment, the Christian coalition presses their advantage, pushing the Almohads back decisively, turning the battle into a rout for the Muslim forces. With the Almohads in full retreat, the Christian kings rally their troops for an organized pursuit, determined to capitalize on their victory and drive the invaders from Spain. As night descends upon the battlefield, the victorious kings gather to assess their losses and celebrate their triumph, aware of the historical implications. As they gather around the flickering fires, tales of bravery emerge, fostering renewed camaraderie among the knights, highlighting their commitment to a unified Iberian peninsula. The kings reflect on the significance of their victory, acknowledging that the Battle of Las Navas de Tolosa is a turning point in the Reconquista, reshaping the future of Spain. As dawn breaks on a new day, the kings vow to embark on a campaign to consolidate their newfound power, united in purpose, a commitment to reclaim more lands. With plans set, the kings lead their forces into the unwritten chapters of history, their path ahead symbolizing resilience in the face of adversity and the unyielding spirit of their kingdoms. In the wake of their victory at Las Navas de Tolosa, the Christian kings realize they have altered the landscape of power in Spain and shifted the tide of the Reconquista in their favor. Las Navas de Tolosa stands as a monumental chapter in the unfolding story of Spain, uniting Christian forces against external threats and paving the way for future triumphs.